Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is Wednesday. Alexa, what's the time, please?
The time is 4:43 p.m.
It's 4:43 p.m. I don't know if you can hear it, but the train announcement guy, I can hear the train announcements inside my flat because I've got my living room window open, so you can hear the train announcements. I live just in front of a train station, would you believe? The Rochester Railway Station, so you can hear the announcements outside. So today has just been a day where I've stayed indoors mainly. I went out for a walk this morning after 9 o'clock to walk my dog Max, who is a very small chihuahua. 3 minutes before after I walked out of my flat, my next door neighbour was behind me. The one that I had to do with that accused me of taking pictures of her, she was 3 minutes behind me. She gave me a stare and she went into the co-op. I don't smoke, I don't vape. I just want to get that across. I don't smoke at all and I never have. And I've never vaped either. So I walked up onto the field and it was quite full. There was women, loads of them, about 8 women. There was a man in a yellow t-shirt with a black pair of shorts, and I had a black pair of shorts on this morning, and I'm a woman. So there was 2 women walking behind him, then another two, then another two. There was women all over the place in short skirts and shorts. I just keep out the way. I don't get involved with people. I don't trust anybody. I like to be by myself, and that's the way it is, and that's the way it's going to be. I'm not interested in a relationship or anything. I like being on my own. So, gang stalkers stalk, street theatrics, mimicking you, mimicking what worries you in your life, what gets you down, mimicking the noise, mimicking the people, generally trying to trigger you off, make you upset and feel terrible about yourself. And this goes on a daily basis, sometimes 24 hours a day, at night as well, sometimes. I don't. I'm not interested. I don't look at other people. I don't compare myself to other people, and I do not get jealous. I don't get jealous because there's no need to. I don't interfere in other people's affairs, only when they interfere in mine. So I took Max out for a walk this morning, and it was starting to hot up at around 9:30, 9:45. It was starting to hot up. So I knew that I wasn't going out this afternoon because I get out of breath walking around in the heat. You can imagine a tiny chihuahua. There's no point to drag him out, So, I've got a balcony. If he's desperate, he can go out on there. Do you know what I mean? He's tiny, he's smaller than a cat. So I came off the field, minding my own business, and I just came back into the flat. Right? What's all this noise going on? I decided that I wanted a ice cold drink, ice cubes, and maybe an ice cream. So I went on to Deliveroo. I looked on the site. No ice cream available. No milkshakes. And then I thought maybe I should cancel it. Maybe I shouldn't bother. And I thought, no, you can still get an ice cold cola, coffee, whatever. I ended up ordering a hot chocolate and 2 ice cold drinks and 2 small burgers along with a Happy Meal. And the guy that came that rang the buzzer was a foreign guy. He was white, but he was foreign, and I let him in. and I went downstairs to collect the Happy Meal. And he looked shifty, but there's no way that he could have taken the toy out of the Happy Meal because the bags were sealed, they weren't broken open. But to me, the bloke that carrying the food looked a bit shifty, because he had the bags inside an orange Deliveroo bag. He lifted them out and he looked at me like, is this for you, like? And then he went off. I went up in the lift, brought the food back up. You'll have to excuse me, but I'm trying to fight against the dog barking. Right, and the neighbours come out now. It's every time I start talking, I'm not allowed to sit in my flat and talk. It's ridiculous. And it's not a dog talking, it's a fucking female woman. Right? So I fuck them anyway. I opened the bags. The toy was missing out of the Happy Meal. The fish fingers were busted. I got onto the Deliveroo app. There's a part where you press on the order, help. They asked for a photograph of my receipt. So I gave them a photograph of the Happy Meal with the toy missing and the broken fish fingers. Now, for someone targeting my meal and messing it up, I've just got a refund. Deliveroo's refunded my money. So all these people damaging my parcels, damaging my food, they're making poor people pay double. You're not getting at me. The poor person that sent out the parcel, prepared the food, is getting penalised for whatever this vendetta is against myself. So £5 has been refunded, guys. They've refunded the whole value of the Happy Meal just because someone either took or left out the toy. Which I don't know. And the fish fingers were inedible. They were inedible, and I've been refunded all the Happy Meal, which is fine by me. But they really should find out who's doing this, because whoever it is has got a temper, smashing up things. Anyway, I drank the hot chocolate. I've drunk the cold drinks with the ice in. And I thought, right, we're not taking Max out in that heat. It reached 27 degrees between 12 and 2. 27 degrees. So I'm sat in my flat, yeah. I'm happy, relaxing. I'm not interfering with anybody. I'm not doing anything. But these gang stalkers and harassers have got to cause trouble. They've got to poke their nose in, find out what you're doing and cause trouble and make your life a misery. So they pick on what you look like. I'm looking for an imperfect woman. And I said, well, what's that supposed to mean? You're looking for an imperfect woman? Because I'm not looking for anybody. Giving me WhatsApp numbers that look like they're coming from an African country, starting with a +24. I'm looking for an imperfect woman. That's rude. That's absolutely rude to talk to me like that. And what do you think? You're going to get a reaction out of me? I'm not looking for anyone anyway. I'm not desperately looking for everyone. Desperately seeking Susan, the Madonna film. I ain't desperately seeking anyone. I'm quite happy on my own. Why do you have to keep disturbing my peace? I don't disturb yours. I don't contact any of you. I'm not got up, repeatedly texting people because I need, validation. I don't need validation from anybody. And I'm certainly not a jealous woman because I'm on my own and happy. I'm not looking for anybody. There's nothing anyone out there has got that I want. And that's my honest opinion. I don't want it anyway. So I'm sat in my flat minding my own business, and then the phone goes off, and I'm thinking, is that my mum? Is it my mum? Now my son rang me. My son up in Gloucestershire rang me. Up in Gloucestershire. And it's nice to hear from my son. I haven't heard from him in ages. I worry about him. He's getting married this year. I'm worried about my son. And we have a brief chat, and then he says he's going to call me later at some point. But I'm glad to hear from him because I don't hardly see anyone or hear from anybody. I'm just strapped in my flat with dirty men asking me for my WhatsApp number. And I don't smoke cigarettes. Now, we'll come to that right now. I went downstairs to see if I had any mail. I went downstairs to see if I had any post. And my name is Crystal. It's not anything else. It's Crystal. So if there's a parcel on the floor for somebody called Nutbeam or somebody called Gypsy, it's not me. Because all the parcels on the floor will have Crystal on them. So I went downstairs with the McDonald's bag full of rubbish, dressed like this, threw it and there was a black parcel on the floor, and behind that parcel was what looked like a packet of cigarettes. And that's wrong, isn't it? So it probably was an empty cigarette packet, but because it wasn't my parcel, I left everything where it was. It's nothing to do with me. So somebody had left either a packet or an empty packet of fags on the floor in the communal area. She smokes cigarettes next door and vape pipes. I don't smoke. So my son said to me over the phone, he said, "Mum, I haven't smoked for a long time." He said, "I haven't smoked and I don't really drink." That's what he told me. And there was a cigarette box on the floor. Enticing people to smoke. There is a bin right round the corner. Why would you just leave an empty cigarette box on the floor? I don't smoke cigarettes. It's a waste of money and it can cause cancer, so why would I promote smoking for a start? It's a disgusting habit. So I threw the rubbish out, came back upstairs, opened my mailbox. When I'd opened my mailbox, there was absolutely nothing in it. Just the parcel for Tracy, the black parcel and an empty cigarette box. I don't want that. I don't think anyone that smoked would want that. Anyway, I came upstairs, came into my flat, and I just sat down. I'd had a lovely meal. I'd had a nice hot chocolate, and I was just sat in my flat minding my own business. And I kept asking Alexa, "What's the temperature? What's the temperature?" Because I'm not wearing my dog out for their amusement. They're cunts. They just laugh, do their scenarios, dress people up like that Charlie character that's a complete nut job, a stalker. And I'm not interested. I don't find the sense of humour funny. All these messages on my TikTok are being screenshotted and what they're saying for a police case. So keep harassing me, keep doing it, following me about, stalking me and being complete twats. And it's all being screen recorded. I don't need them. I don't go out their doors and make a load of noise. I don't go anywhere near them. I would love it if the field was completely empty. I don't need validation. I don't need a crowd. I'm happy on my own. And I always have been. I think that's what I like, to be fair. Here we go. Out she comes and the dog's barking. That's my next door neighbour. soon as I start talking, the woman opposite told her dog to shut up this morning, and that is what my dad used to talk like to my mother. Shut up, Jennifer. Shut up. They're just repeating parrots. They just go on and on and on, repeating the same old story. I want to do something with my life. I'd like to fundraise for charity and help people, not stay stuck in my... They're just stuck indoors all day, waiting for me, and then they come out like flies to shit. Following me like I'm flies follow shit, don't they? They pile onto a top of shit. Why can't they just piss off? There's nothing wrong with me. My hair is long. I'm happy with myself. And if someone wants someone that's imperfect, you'd better look somewhere else. Okay? It's no good come looking for me. I'm sick and tired of this bullshit crap. Now, I was on the phone with my son for nearly half an hour. I've got an exposed root on my tooth. It was playing up merry hell. It was like hurting. But I wanted to talk to my son. See, they're not getting any action. They're not getting any enjoyment out of their own life because they like it when I'm upset and angry. They can't help themselves. He's not home yet upstairs. He's not home. The guy that goes to work first thing in the morning in the Ford Mondeo and the yellow high-vis waistcoat, he's not in. They are sex obsessed as well. They're obsessed with sex. They just cannot help it. And the state of some of them, I'm wondering why they're obsessed with sex. The look of them. When you get to my age, guys, like I've said before in many videos, I am happy as I am. I'm not obsessed with sex at all. And they're just full of fucking, they're teasers. They're sexual teasers. Right? Oh, this and this and this on. I'll give you an example. I'm going into my TikTok. Crystal Jaguar is my TikTok.
Right, I've just ordered myself.
Want to rise to the top during Community Fest? Here are 3 tips.
Go into my TikTok, Crystal Jaguar. David William is texting me at the moment. David William. I'm filled of jealousy. I will not love to see my wife hanging around with another man. People do say jealousy doesn't matter in a relationship, but I see it too as my first point because it makes me secure my family. Well, I'm not David William. So this David William is fueled with jealousy. I'm not his wife. David William. It's in fact a guy in Africa pretending to be a white man. This guy is pretending to be a white man. He isn't a white man because he's already told me he's a black man. He's already told me. This guy is masquerading as a white man as well. This guy has got a profile of a white man with a I don't know who that is with him, but it's a coloured guy pretending to be a white guy. So be careful who you're communicating with on these social media apps. It's all being screenshotted.
Loads of people, mate. That's who you want to get to know. They all start knowing about your page. You're literally going to take over the net. Yes, yes. Thank you.
That was Mr. UK TikTok official, and he's up in London, and he sticks a speaker to his ear and he dances. That's Mr. UK TikTok official with his baseball cap.
Oh, blimey. Come on, guys, let's try and snipe him, innit? Yes, on your little. Oh, you look cool, my friend. Seriously.
My name is Crystal. I'm a female, and I dance in the hallway of my flat. I don't go outside up to places and dance outside. I wouldn't have the confidence. Fair play to this guy. He goes up to Camden. You know, I went to Camden and I got my Camden cap. This guy dances outside Camden, where I took photographs, with his groovy moves, and he's famous on TikTok. And I went up to Camden a couple of months ago, and I went in the market with my son. I don't wear baseball caps anymore. See you later.